Hi, welcome to Sumery P. Today I'm going to share how to make a spelt sesame cracker. It's so easy. One bowl. It's perfect for dips, snacks with cheese, and great for the festive season. Let's get mixing. So in the bowl I've got 1 cup of white spelt flour, or 150 grams, and I'm just going to put it on the scales because I need to add the boiling water. But first of all, I'm going to add in 4 tablespoons of tapioca, and you can use white rice flour, potato flour, arrowroot, anything that's kind of like a starchy flour, corn flour. For a bit of spice, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds. We've got some black sesames, 35 grams, and white sesame seeds, 35 grams. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Just going to mix all that together before I add the boiling water. Now I need to just zero my scales, and I need about 170 to 200 grams of boiling water. I've boiled my kettle. That's about 3/4 to 1 cup. So what I do is I add a little bit first, and then if I need the full amount, I go in with more. So let's add 170 grams first. So the dough's all nice and it's come together. I'm going to remove my scales and clean up a little bit. I forgot the secret ingredient. Not a secret, but I forgot to add some olive oil. So I need 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We definitely don't need any more water. Hopefully I haven't messed it up now. Now we need to start rolling it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this dough, and then we just roll this as thin as we can get it. And it doesn't matter if they're not perfect, because the rustic style looks even more homemade. That's feeling really thin. So what I do is slide it onto my baking tray and remove the top layer. And it might be a little bit too moist today, and my paper's sticking. I might actually add a little bit more flour. That's not meant to be happening. Okay, if that happens to you, don't worry. We're going to keep going. Just going to pat that out. Clean up the edges. Now I'm going to add some salt on top. Not necessary, but I think it'll be better. Now I'm going to bake this in the preheated oven for 30 to 40 minutes. Now we've got the rest of the dough here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a tiny little bit more flour just so it's not so sticky. So I'm going to go in with just 1 more tablespoon. So I think that's looking much better, less sticky. I think maybe we could have just divided in 2 today. Let's see if we can peel this off better this time. Slide it onto the tray. It's not happy today. Maybe it's the brand of baking paper. You'll see once they're cooked, this won't matter if it looks rustic like this, because they'll crunch up in the oven, and then we'll crack them all up into pieces and no one will know. I'm going to pop this one in the oven as well and bake it for 40 minutes. So the crackers have all baked. That's my first one. And I forgot to mention, if you wanted to make them perfect, you could cut them with a pizza roller. After 15 minutes of baking, bring the tray back out and slice it with that to make the imprint. If not, you can just do a free-form break, which kind of looks great too, like this. Or in Sweden here, when you go to a cafe, they often just have the big piece of knäckebröd, that's what they call it here, the big piece of cracker sitting, and you just help yourself and you break it off. So whatever you like. And the second one I did, it's actually a bit thicker. So ideally, if you can get it rolled as thin as possible, it's even better. So I hope you've enjoyed my how to make spelt seed crackers today with sesame seeds. Let me know in the comments below if you give it a go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hej då from Sweden.